think you were really taking off when I was deconstructing and dismantling my business in Australia. So that was 2013. And you were you'd been going and then you were really taking off. So to watch you just blossom, I always call you Kitty Bloomfield. I don't know if you know this. I always go, she's blooming, not Blomfield. Like I've just watched you go and go and go. And of course, none of us, even when we share authentic things on social media through our business and our thought leadership, you never really do know because, you know, the background stuff is your private stuff, right? But of course, all of that triumph comes with the massive work that goes into it and the shaping of you and Craig. And
I feel it with like every day I get up and think like I'm so excited and I just want to share this with the world. And when I get on sales calls, because this is why we're so busy at the moment because we hired some people and they weren't quite the right fit and we're hiring new sales girls and I'm back on calls again.
Mm-hmm.
But like people get off the calls and they're like, oh, thanks so much. Like your energy and like you just believe in this so much. And they're like, I just want to do it because you believe in it so much. You know, I've just bought into your energy and your belief.
Yeah.
And because I've walked that path, I've been that fucking woman that does all of the crazy diets, that hates her body. Like I've done a lot of work, even in the last 2 years, around my body and, you know, using it as a way to control because I'm a bit like controlling, you know, and I've really worked on that and I feel in like such a much better space now where I still obviously take action, but more action in alignment and I don't really try and run myself into the ground anymore to, you know, achieve things. Like for example, last week I was so busy. I had so many calls, like sales calls, which is amazing. But then I put all this pressure on myself to like, because I'm trying to build out these other funnels and I want to launch some ads and I signed up to do some more mentoring with some old business coaches and I just was like, you know what, just put that shit on hold for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Get the new sales girls trained up. Just do the content. What's the bare minimum you have to do? And just like change the way you're looking at what you have to do and just release that pressure. And then I had the best sleep like the last 2 nights because I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, like I think sometimes it's, and I'm sure other women like successful entrepreneurs, they're like A-type personalities.
Yeah.
And they're driven and they push themselves. And Greta, who's like one of my best friends now and has changed my life and Craig's life, she's really helped me like soften as well. And I think a lot of the time in our relationship in the past, I was very masculine and controlling. And like what happened to Craig and I won't go into details on the podcast because it's very personal.
No,
Craig would like absolutely kill me. But like I thought he was going to leave. I thought that we were going to break up and it forced me to really look internally at myself and what I wanted. And it forced me to change, but in a good way, you know?
Yeah.
So I just feel like it nearly broke me.
Yeah.
Nearly. Like I thought this was it. We're over. Our businesses are going to go. Like we'll sell our businesses. And now we're like, in terms of our relationship, we're stronger than ever. We understand each other. There's no judgment anymore. Like I feel so in love with him and, you know, and our business is just, we got rid of, but we restructured our business before we left Australia. And so I think for a very long time, like I gave my power away. Like I've had this thing for a long time that I'm not smart enough. I'm not smart enough.
Yeah.
You know, and when I would meet someone who I felt was smarter than me, I would give away my power.
Yeah.
And so we would hire people in our business and probably I would rely on them too much. And when we got rid of, you know, one of our managers and then it was like on me to take the lead with the marketing and driving the business forward. And it's only probably been, and with Greta's help, the last 6 months where I really feel I've stepped into it and, you know, recognize like my superpower and that I am really good at this. Like I've built 2 multiple 7-figure businesses and he's like, I'm saying that I'm not smart.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy.
It's
and I'm trusting
beyond belief.
Yeah, I'm trusting my intuition and my gut more now and knowing that I know the right thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel I'm even actually like I've got a few friends that are like coaches online and because I've learned so much, I reckon, in the last probably 9 to 12 months about marketing, it's really working in our business. and I feel really passionate about it. So I've actually started helping a few of my friends, and I'm like, if I can take the model that I'm using and help them implement it into their business and their marketing and get them to a certain revenue level, I'm like, how fun will that be?
Yeah.
You know, and I want to help
Absolutely.
them too, because I just want to see other women succeed.
Yeah.
You know, I love my friends and I love sharing my knowledge and I love seeing them succeed. Like one of my friends, Jess, she's like, oh, I can't wait to sit down on Sunday and you help me with the marketing, because I've just felt so like deflated recently. Because I said to her, look, are you open to me giving you some feedback on what I think where we could do this? And I'm like, we'll do this, I'll help you with the content. And so it just really excites me to help other women and see them succeed. So yeah, I feel really good and happy.
Thank you for like bringing all of that. I feel like I'm totally hogging you, and I can feel several burning questions coming out. So I'm gonna hand over to this amazing.
Well,
go on.
There's a couple, but before I get to those, tell me about the money thing. What did you discover about yourself and money?
So and it's interesting because Greta has worked with me, my sister, and now she's working with my brother. So my sister saw me go through this change, and she's very similar to me, like very driven. She's a bit more of a perfectionist than I am. I'm sort of like fucking close enough is good enough, but I'll run myself into the ground to achieve something.
Yeah.
And so and my sister's a completely different person. Like she's overcome cancer now. She's overcome breast cancer.
Amazing.
But now my brother's been diagnosed with it. So I sort of stepped in and I've helped him with all his nutrition. Craig's done a big protocol. I paid for him to do sessions with Greta. So it's interesting that we all have these, I don't even know what you'd call it, but just the way that we are, I guess. And so the money thing, I think I had to face that fear of like, okay, what if I lost all of my money? Yeah. Like, what am I most afraid of? Am I afraid of what people think? Am I afraid of being a failure? You know, and I think what it was deep down is that I was just afraid of what people would think about me. And that if I lost all my money and the business has failed, I failed. And, you know, I think for a long time, I put so much of my self-worth into who I am as this business. Like, I'm good enough. If I can just keep growing this business, I'm enough. If I get the husband, the attractive husband, if I build the business, I'm enough. If I, you know, obviously I found a good way to have a healthy body, but I still think in some form it was a way of control. If I get the body, if I get the man, if I build the business, then I'm enough.
Yeah.
You know, and if I have more money, I'm enough. And it was really unpacking that and her helping me realize that I'm enough just as I am. Yeah. And that if I can just let go of some of this control, and like, she's like, you know, you have everything. And she's right. I have everything that I need. You know, I live in a beautiful house and I have lots of food and I have this great relationship. And it's like, well, yeah, it's just so interesting. I don't know what's happened in our childhood, because my sister's the same with the money as well. And she really ran herself into the ground. She's a property valuer, but she also ate nothing. She would starve herself, mega stressful job, but to earn, you know, she's really obsessed with the money. Yeah. So yeah, I think, you know, Greta was like, well, you just have to like think about if you just lost it all, and then the money's not going to have any power over you anymore, because you'll just keep doing it anyway. I don't know if that really answered your question, but I think I've sort of realized too after the last 18 months, because it was the hardest shit that I've ever been through my whole entire life. And it's all worked out incredibly well. Like the money's coming. It's come. It's working. Our business is flourishing. And it's like, if only I could look back 18 months ago and tell myself, it's all right, kitty. You don't need to fucking lose all this sleep over it. Look what's going to happen in 18 months. You're going to be crushing it. Like, just keep going. You're okay. Like, just know that the money's going to come. So yeah, I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. In fact, one of our guests yesterday, she said her little piece of wisdom that we asked her to give female founders was take that next step, keep taking that next step, because you don't know if it's the one that's going to transform everything. Just have faith. Just have faith. Yeah. And it was such a lovely message.